Hello all and welcome to the channel. Today I'd like to do an unboxing of a recent purchase that I made. This is a watch that I'd been considering for a little while after discovering it. It was originally released back in 2023, so it isn't a new watch, but it is a new purchase for me and actually my first purchase on that pre-owned secondary market. And as you can imagine, being a 2023 release, it was a bit of a challenge to find this watch in this condition. And I managed to locate a few of them on some secondary sales sites like eBay. But of course, this particular watch being a limited release, those posted prices were far higher than the original retail price. And so I decided to put this on the back burner for a while until I came across Max from Anachronist, one of his more recent YouTube videos where he was informing viewers that he was paring down his collection. And so I went over to his Discord site and actually saw that he had this watch up for sale. And so I reached out to him. We struck a deal. He gave me a great price on this watch. So shout out to Max. And let's go ahead and unbox this watch. As you can see, it's an SPB 411 Seiko. And for some of you that may know already, this is the Land GMT. So we'll go ahead and remove the outer box. And you're greeted with the instruction manual and guarantees. Remove this packaging. And I have to say that the packaging itself is in really good condition. So let's go ahead and take out the inner box and the watch. So again, this is the SPB 411 limited edition prospects. And I have to say that it's in phenomenal condition. Max really takes care of his watches. And so also included are, looks like the extra links here and the white hang tag. Let's go ahead and get this off the cushion. And you can just see that really nice gray dial. And this is again a GMT, so it does have a bidirectional bezel. It is a friction bezel. And I generally don't like friction bezels, but because I like my bezels to have more of a kind of solid click to them. But I have to say that in particular, this watch, this bezel, has a really firm yet smooth turning action. And I know, again, this watch was released in 2023. You could probably find loads of videos on YouTube going over in great detail the specs of it all. But I just wanted to kind of go over some general information about it. This is a re-release of an older 1968 Navigator timer model. And it was Seiko's first mechanical GMT with a rotating bezel. So if you look at the original watch, Seiko did a phenomenal job on keeping to that vintage look. And just a few specs for the watch. It says a 38 millimeter case size. It has a 45 millimeter lug to lug, and it's a thickness or height of about 13 millimeters and a lug width of 19. So not your kind of standard 20 millimeter lug width. So finding straps for this one may be a little bit more of a challenge, but I'm sure they're at this, time in the watch market now with so many strap companies available. You shouldn't have too much of an issue finding straps for this if you wanted to change it. But I mean, just the feel of this bracelet. I know Seiko bracelets get a lot of criticism, not for being, maybe not the best bracelet per se, but this one in particular, I really like. It's just the links and how they hang. And then of course, you're getting the caliber 6R54 movement, 24 joules, 72-hour power, a water resistance rating of 100 meters. It has a super hard coating for scratch resistance. That box sapphire crystal with AR. And of course, Seiko's tried and true Lume Bright on the hands and indices. And then of course, again, that gray sunburst dial with that vintage Seiko logo. And this was released at a limited edition of 400 pieces. The case back there. And so let's go ahead and get this on wrist. Currently, I am wearing my Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 41 millimeter with the black lacquer dial. I did a video on this one, unboxing this one previously, so I encourage you to check it out. Let's go ahead and get this one on wrist. So I think this was, given that the extra links are included in the box, this was probably sized for Max's wrist originally. So it may or may not fit. Let's see. Oh, nice. That is a perfect fit. So yeah, this bracelet is super comfortable. It fits similar to the Aquaterra's small link bracelet that just articulates so well. And you can just see that kind of finish on it there. Very solid bracelet. Yeah, I don't see any reason to change this bracelet on this watch. Yeah, and so this is, again, SPB 411, my most recent Seiko purchase. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If it warrants your consideration, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and comment below. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of kind of Seikos in general? And also comment if you have any Seikos, what was your first Seiko purchase? All right, thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.